Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and this is for Anything But a Card challenge blog, challenge number 39, and it's STEAMPUNKtember. The theme for September is steampunk, and as you guys know, I am not a steampunk girl, so this was a challenge for me. I don't have much in steampunk. I did this journal page on the Prima journal. I did it on the white side of this page. This is what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now. I used die cuts with a view, timeless type. I think that's it's the Michaels pad from die cuts with the view, and I cut it almost to the size of the page itself. I did leave a little border, and for that border I used the distress stain in antique bronze, and I distressed the paper with my scissors, and on the edges I used the tarnish brass, and then I also used the pewter, and I put it on a stamping block and with water, sprayed it with water, and used this ATG tape, the empty roll, and used it as a stamp. You can see it right here very well. But then I took all the 3 distress stains and made some drips and splats with it. So then I cut out this hot air balloon. That's from Cartographer from Prima. I have the ATC pad. It's not really ATC size. It's like 4.5 by 6.5 or something like that. I just cut the balloon out and glued it with Aleene's Tacky. This right here is from Craftsman, the journaling cards from Prima, and this is actually a border off of one of the cards. I just cut 3 of them off and glued it on there. And then I used Priscilla from Julie Nutting, her dolls, and I stamped her with VersaFine ink pad with the buff paper pad for her skin, and I colored her hair and her boots with Inktense color pencils, and then her skirt and her top and her tights and her gloves and her hat are all from the Craftsman journaling cards that I stamped and cut and glued on, to her. And then the band of her hat, I used American Crafts gold pen, and then I glued her onto the page, and then I just glued the whole page to the journal page itself. Then I knew it needed something. I didn't know what. You can see some spots right there that I added. I didn't know what, so I let it sit, because I don't have, like I said, I don't have much steampunky stuff, and I do have some gears that somebody cut out for me, but in a gear stamp, they also cut them out as stamps, but that was downstairs and I didn't feel like digging around. So when I was dog sitting, I saw the new mod molds from Mod Podge at Michael's, and I bought the industrial one for this reason, to use it for the page. So I finally got to play with the amazing casting resin, and I also used the Illuminate powder in bronze metallic, and also the gunmetal metallic powder. And I opened it and took a brush and brushed it on inside the molds. You can see some of the powder is still left in them. And then I mixed up the resin, and I do have a step-by-step pictures of doing this, so on my blog, so be sure to look. The one thing I do have to say is, the more you mix it, the more it gets really hot in the cup. So careful, and it sets up really quickly. I was like, the first pour I did, I had still had some left, but you know, it turned white like that. So I wasn't able to finish pouring, because I think I wanted to pour this guy, but I wouldn't, nothing else came out. So be careful with that. And after like a few minutes, it sets up really quickly. These are the two that I didn't use. Turned out really cool. And they're really thick. And this is what the other side looks like. So I used 3 of them on the page. I used 2 little gears right here, and then the clock with the 2 gears up there. And I actually used Aleene's tacky to glue them down. I wanted to use the Helmer 450 Quick Dry, but that was downstairs and I didn't feel like going down there. So I needed a sentiment, and the thing I thought of was, this is actually from the Las Vegas stamps, the sentiment itself. I just typed it up on WordPad, and I used a typewriter font, and it's party like it's $18.99, and I glued it down, and then I colored it with a gold metallic color pencil from Faber-Castell, and to take away from the white, and then I used glossy accents for the keys, and that's it. So be sure to check out my blog for the step-by-step pictures of what I did for the molds, and also check out Anything But a Card Challenge blog to see what the other designers are doing and play along. So thanks for watching.